You know, some people out there, when they talk, they fake the funk. You want brutally honest? Well, if you want brutally honest, look no further than CG Ruthless Sports.
CG Ruthless.
CG Ruthless Sports.
CG Ruthless.
If you want your sports talk to be brutally honest, come check out CG.
CG Ruthless.
If you're not watching CG Ruthless, I don't know what to tell you. Representing the Niner Empire.
CG Ruthless.
Yo, this is CG Ruthless Sports. I will be brutally honest, and nothing but being brutally honest, coming at you with a live stream. So what's good, everybody? What a great dark day, I must say. Hey, I'll put in some intro just to kill some time. All right, guys, just wondering, man, come on, guys. I need more people in the building. 2 people coming, barely. Okay. All right, the link is down here, guys. Just hop on in, boys. Just hop on in. The link is down here. So let's get it popping. It's only 1 or 2 people watching, man. Come on. Serious? I'll give it about 10 more minutes, and if it doesn't get more than that, then I'm probably just going to end the stream and just delete that one. Because 1, you should at least have some more people watching. So I'll give it 10 minutes, and if it doesn't get past that 10-minute, if it gets past the 10-minute mark and there's not much people, then I'm just going to delete this stream and pretend this never happened. Come on, man. I need more people watching to be entertaining. So we'll wait and see what happens. What the heck? Damn, man. So I had to go check out something, and somebody just popped in my shit, and I just had to look in and see what's going on. Come on, guys. I'll give it until 10 minutes. And if nobody comes by, then I guess we'll wait and see what happens, man. I mean, you guys have the opportunity to show up and support your boy. Come on. Is this all you guys can bring, man? Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all crazy, man. Come on. Show up, man. There ain't much to do, man. Telling you. Come on, the link is down here, guys. or just drop a comment for whatever reason, man. Why is it just 2 people come and then they disappear? What the fuck, man? Man, dude, it's very disappointing, man. I shouldn't have to expect to wait more than 10 minutes for this to increase. There should be more people into the comments. Sup, Crazy Juice? Sup, man? See, you guys are at YTC stream, man. What's good with everybody, man? Guess you're the quiet one. Everybody else is quiet, man. I'm trying to get some more people in the stream. Man, let's see. I could easily get whoever, but we'll wait, see what happens. What's up with everybody, man? So we got Crazy Juice with the comment, but that's about it. There ain't nobody here. There ain't no Jamos. There ain't no Jonas. There ain't no John J. There ain't no J in the Bay. There ain't no Sickness. There ain't nobody here except Crazy Juice. Yeah, so there's no NorCal area code guy. Man, there's no Geo. There's no Adrian. There's nobody. Yeah, come on, Washington, beat Seattle. Aren't the Seahawks up by 4 or something? I just looked at the scoreboard. They just got a touchdown. So I don't know what happened. But for sure, Washington has one job. They should be able to capitalize on it. But they're not. Maybe Seattle is playing some decent game. Maybe they're playing something expiring, but then they're going to have us coming up soon. And that's just not what we want to see. We want to be able to capitalize and beat Seattle, man. I mean, I don't know. Seattle's kind of like Seattle's like an up and down team this year. There's no surprise about Seattle playing this year. I mean, it's based by their defense and based by the fact that Russell Wilson's kind of has to do too much, or he's been a little bit declined a little bit in his play. So being at the age of 33, man, it tends to have a toll for your career, man. In his early years, you can say he was able to carry that team, but man, it's so much you can deal with your defense being trash and the offense. Yeah, hopefully we beat them. That's what we could hope for. But we can't play like shit, man. I swear, man, we got to beat Seattle. One way or the other, we got to beat them. And I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this splitting part. I want to beat them. We want to sweep them for once, man. We don't want to go through every season where they beat us. We got to have at least one freaking season to where we can sweep them and have something to look forward to. Instead, it has to be a stupid split. For whatever reason, it has to be a freaking split on Seattle. Why not we get to a season to where we can sweep them and build on to a dominant season to where we beat them every now and then instead of getting beat by them for no reason? They just tend to build a decent squad and they don't really have much to. They just have to start from scratch with Pete Carroll, man. Pete Carroll's pretty much he's pretty much, I think he's either going to retire in a couple more years. That can be said with Belichick. I don't even know how long Belichick's going to coach over there in New England. So Pete Carroll and Belichick are not too far off when it comes to the age difference. But Pete Carroll's I think Pete Carroll's like almost 70. So, man, that dude does not look nowhere near 70, but still. You figure that as you get older, you start to lose touch of being a coach, but most of them just know what's the difference. Pete Carroll can relate to a lot of these young players. Some coaches can't. Some coaches have to really get them to buy into what they're doing for some reason. Like, you gotta be around a lot of these rah-rah guys. Like Jim Harbaugh, he's a rah-rah. And he gives the players what they want. But at the end of the day, man, it is what it is. Is there more people? Because I only see 2 damn people, man. Come on, add up the numbers, man. I don't know why it's even wasted. Terrible timing, man. All right, let's see. There ain't nobody here. There ain't nobody here. We got 3. Yeah. Do you think more players from OU are entering the transfer portal? Yeah. I'm on a run. I'm on a run. What are you talking about, Chris? What do you mean on a run? I don't know. Do you think more players from OU are entering the transfer portal? Well, it has to do with the playing time, dude. A lot of the players we recruited from Oklahoma, it had to do with the fact that they're not getting the majority of the snaps, man. Like Spencer Rattler, he's transferring because he got beat out by a freshman. You know, a redshirt freshman, yeah. I'm running, working out. Oh, okay. Nah, but the facts that some players are transferring, it's got to do with the fact that it's either the fact that they're not getting much snaps, or maybe they just want to get a change of scenery. I think for Spencer Rattler, you can understand why he's transferring because he got beat out by a freshman. And that receiver, what's his name? Hazelwood or something? I think he was already going to transfer because he didn't play too much. Maybe the Lincoln Riley effect could play into factor, but it can depend on the new coach we get. So it's anybody's guess. I'm hoping it's not like that domino effect like Jim Harbaugh did for the Niners. As soon as he left, the entire players left. It's stupid. They should be loyal no matter what the circumstances are. That's what I would think. You should be loyal through the circumstances when it comes down to it. But when it comes down to one certain individual, it can be a domino effect, which is not a good thing. But if it's the case, if guys like Spencer Rattler wants to transfer, I'm guessing he probably wants to go to freaking UFC to play quarterback over there. And maybe that they have Hazelwood over there. That can be a possibility, man. Because he can bring guys who fit their system, and I think USC would be able to get some of those players. It's just going to be a tough type of year for Oklahoma. I don't know about next year. Next year is going to depend on our new coach, and it depends on the culture of what we do. A lot of it's going to have to play a factor, but we got the Caleb Williams. That kid can ball out, but we're going to have to recruit some really good talent players. We're going to need to get ourselves a really good receiver and a really solid, good running back. A lot of these transfer portals, I'm not a big fan of those, man. I don't get it, man. If you just went to that college, you should not even bother to leave, period. You should be able to finish your entire college career and just play on a high note. Yeah. It's a lot to do with the situation. I don't know. So is everybody streaming at Mr. YTC? Mr. YTC is streaming. Yeah. That's a good question, man. I don't know. Warner's been our really reliable tackler, and Deeble's been our weapon. That's going to be a really tough situation. Can Trent Sherfield step up and play exactly that similar role, or does Juwan Jennings need to step in more? That's the interesting question. And the question is Mohamed Sanu going to even return? I think he was going to be out for a few weeks. And if Mohamed Sanu returns this coming week, then it's a huge plus. Because at least with him, you get a veteran. You get somebody who's going to make some plays when it's necessary. Juwan Jennings is slow. Come on, man. We all know that guy's not that fast. What do you expect, man? Anquan Bolden ain't fast either. Bro, Bolden ran a 4.7 too. Like not everybody's going to freaking run off the charts, dude. He's got game speed. Game speed to me is what matters. Hey, the greatest receiver of all time didn't run a great 40 time. He ran a slow 40 time. He ran a 4.71 or something like that. So I guess Jerry Rice wasn't the fastest. If you want to go there. But we're talking game speed, man. I'm pretty sure as soon as he gets faster and learns I think Juwan Jennings is just going to be like another Muhammad Sanu, bro, or just a Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick Bourne's not fast either. You may think, yeah, we'll need someone to step up to the challenge. Either Trent Sherfield, he gives you some 4.45 speed, so he can definitely give you some help there. Fuck the Hawks. Agree. Fuck the Hawks, dude. Fuck the damn Seahawks, bro. I get what you're saying. I feel your pain. Ugh. Man. Damn freaking dumb chair. All right. I think when we have to, I think the one receiver who definitely has to step up, in my opinion, we're going to have to expect a little bit more out of Trent Sherfield. Trent Sherfield has to at least give us those type of big playability. But then with Juwan Jennings, you do need him as a good blocker. And there's been some plays where he got us those big chunks of plays. I mean, that 21-yard catch is no joke, yeah. Yeah, the only thing that evens this out is they have a short week, yeah. Let's mind over these Hawks. I mean, the X factor can be like, hey, Juwan Jennings, he just has to do his job, and if he gets majority of the targets his way, man, that's a good idea. You can get him some opportunities. I mean, we expect him to be a really solid possession receiver, but I think this week it's going to be his opportunity to get some more targets. So whether you like it or not, Jennings is going to probably be the guy stepping in. Brandon Ayuk's going to be the main guy that's going to get a lot of the big plays, but Juwan Jennings he's going to have to get some more targets, and Trent Sherfield is going to probably have to play some slot receiver. So you put those receivers all together, it's not too bad. And then maybe you promote Devin Funches from the practice squad, and then you just figure out what you can do. Yeah, Jennings has got that dog. He's not fast, but he's got that dog. We're going to need that. Especially running the ball, we're going to need him to be the dog. And I don't know, Kittle's actually kind of been in and out, so what do you expect from Kittle? But Charlie Warner would have to be an X factor. Or heck, Ross Dwelly. Dwelly has to at least step up at some point if they give him some playing time. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that dude from practice squad. Yeah, we got Devin Funches. The guy's not even he's not even flashy. He's decent. I wouldn't say he's great, but he's just decent. We could maybe just promote him for the active roster for this week, and then probably just put him back in the practice squad. You think that getting Devin Funches into the lineup is an interesting idea because we got him on the practice squad. You can either just put Trent Sherfield out there, or dude, I don't know. Travis Benjamin might play some snaps too. That's the downside. We got Travis Benjamin out there. That's the interesting factor is we got Travis Benjamin, and he's on our roster. So that's the one guy I forgot to mention is Travis Benjamin. Damn, we got him, Trent Sherfield, and Juwan Jennings, but Muhammad Sanu's coming back really soon, or unless he's placed on IR for good. I don't know. We're gonna need some guys to step in. Maybe there was times where we should have just re-signed Kendrick Bourne, man. We let him go to the Patriots. That's the suck part. Imagine if we would have kept him, man. Yeah. If our secondary plays better than yesterday, then we would probably win. It's going to be a lot tougher with DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, man. They're going to test us down the field, man. That's going to be tough. But we got to contain Russell Wilson. We got to keep him out of his game a little bit. It's going to be a lot tougher, man. If our secondary's up for the task, we should be good, man. The interesting part of this week is, man, we don't know what to expect. I mean, we got some other receivers to step in this week, so I'm pretty sure we'll find the next guy to step in. I'm getting the question that maybe we will play Trent Sherfield more this week because he's been on the bench for a while and we haven't been using him a lot. And also Josh Norman, no more PIs, man. That's the one thing we were going to be worried about is those those defensive pass interference. That's where it kills us mostly is those drives, especially on third down, man. When you make a good stop, but then they're going to call a penalty on Josh Norman, man. That's a bummer. And especially if we were in the playoffs, we cannot be in that situation. Yeah. What is Seahawks rush defense rank? They are ranked among the worst. I think they're ranked like 29 or 30 against the run, or maybe 31st. We should be able to run the ball pretty good. D4 would help with pass rush. He should, hopefully. I haven't seen much from him. Like, they've been having him in and out, dude. I don't know if D4 is even going to do much of a factor, dude. It's like I'm at a point where this guy's not even doing nothing for us, man. D4 has not done enough. Bringing him back would be nice, but you got to give him some pitch snaps, which I don't like, man. But it is what it is. If you got to let him be healthy and take the risk of resting him or not even play him, dude, I get that part, man. Then we got this kid from the Texans, Charles Amunu. He looked pretty decent. Wasn't flashy, but he was all right. Samson Ebika, man, it's like he kind of gets close to the pressure spot, but he doesn't seem to finish out plays to make a sack, man. It's like he's almost there, but he just can't get there. Arden Key was showing out those other weeks, man, but I guess he was a non-factor that week. So we're probably going to have to expect more out of our pass rush this week. Nick Bosa can do so much, man. Nick Bosa, man. Just him in general. He's been the only one that stood out. 11 sacks. Making pressure consistently. And then Eric Armstead with 2 sacks. And then D. Ford and Arden Key are with 3 sacks. Samson Ebicom got 1 freaking sack. Let's see. There ain't much of our D-line that got a lot of sacks. 2019 defense and 2021. Yeah, our 2019 defense was very aggressive. They were really good. It's hard to compare to 2021 because the 2021 defense, man, they just haven't really showed a lot of consistency, like a lot of heart. Like they don't seem to finish the series, man. Like on third downs, we should be able to close that stuff and not have to deal with penalties. Our offense is the new defense. Yep, it's pretty much it. That's what it ends up being like. I definitely want to see Bosa sack Wilson for sure because then we can be able to shut him down and rattle him a little bit. But we got to wait and see what happens. It's not a gimme, man. We got to wait and see. We just got to wait and see. I mean, our secondary, it's not ranked the worst, but man, dude, when it comes down to those penalties, man, it kind of makes it seem like we're the worst. But I looked at our pass defense, it's kind of ranked in the top 3, but just when you take away the penalties, that's where it's the difference. But as far as like overall performance, man, we given up the least passing yards, the least amount of passing yards. If you look at the stats, it tells you that we don't give up a lot of the big plays. Like every now and then, we give up a few plays here and there, but not the ones where it hurts us in the long haul. It kind of just hurts us in the early drives, in the early part of the games. And then as soon as we start to have a big lead, that's when it starts to give them the garbage time. But when you look at the stats, we are in the top 5 or the top 3 in pass defense. So it's not too bad to be worried about. The run defense is ranked 19 or 20 against the run, so that's the only issue we got is the run defense. But lately, we haven't played too bad. We haven't played too bad against the run. Dalvin Cook played okay, but I guess he got injured, so that's what kind of pretty much made a key stop right there. We were able to force a fumble. We were able to just shut down a bit of Dalvin Cook here and there, but then he got injured, so that's the downside of it. But maybe if he would have played more, maybe he would have had a good game. But he didn't. He had a couple of good runs, and then after that, he didn't do too much. That's what it was with Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook was just a non-factor. So, yeah, pretty much. But then Seattle, they don't got Chris Carson out there. Chris Carson's on IR, yeah. I think Chris Carson's on injured reserve, and then they got what's his name? They got that. What is it? They got that other running back. What is it? I forget his damn name. Rashad Penny. I think he's supposed to play. And then they had this Travis Homer guy and DJ Dallas or something. I don't know too much of their other running backs, but they have Alex Collin, but I think he's on injured reserve too. That's crazy. I want to see a win in Seattle. I want to hear a quiet stadium. I want to see the Seahawks fans cry. Don't we all do? Don't we all do? Don't we all do, man? That's the one thing we all want to agree on. We want to agree on that part. We want to see that happening. We've seen it happen in 2019 where it came down to the wire and they just seemed shocked and disbelieved and kind of sad in some ways. But the way we were able to finish was priceless. The way we were able to finish that game, man, it came down to the final wire and we had our lead. So it never changed the points or nothing like that. We still had a lead. Even when everybody thought that Seattle was going to win and come from behind, they didn't, man. They were just still – that game was out of reach for them because they could – even when they thought they had a chance to come up and beat us, we still had the lead. So I expect this to be a very good game. Despite Seattle not looking good this year, I expect Seattle to play a really good game. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a walk in the park because we're playing Seattle. Playing in Seattle, there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee in Seattle, man. We just have to play better football. It's not going to be as easy as everybody says it is. Sure, Seattle may look bad overall, but when they play against us, they always play their best football. We make them look like they can go from the worst team to looking like the absolute best out there. And it sucks. So that's kind of something I could say about the way they are. They can just struggle for a while, and then they can come back into rhythm and beat the shit of us when we don't see it coming. It's like one of those games. It's like, when can we ever get over the hump with Seattle? We did it in 2019 in the final game of the season on a primetime game. We were able to close that game out with a game-winning tackle, and that game was pretty much a classic. You can make an argument that this game was going to determine whether you win your division and get further to the Super Bowl. That was pretty much a way of saying, if you win this game, you're more than guaranteed to make it to the Super Bowl. Which that game alone kind of showed that you were guaranteed to go all the way further to the Super Bowl, if not further, you know? And then that's when Seattle had to go to the wild card week and play through the tough road games, and that's where it made it really hard for them to win in Green Bay. Can you imagine what we would have done against the Eagles and the Green Bay Packers? I think it would have been a lot tougher down the stretch to play over there. So I want to check out the scores. Got to get that kid more touchdowns. Okay, I guess everybody's getting quiet, man. Man, we're getting to that 30-minute mark, and everybody's getting chilled here. Hey, Awesomeness Sports, how you doing? How you doing? Does anybody want to come into the stream and talk sports, or they want to be quiet, or what, man? Yeah, I want to see the look of defeat on Russell Wilson's face. Don't we all do? I want to see that too. I want to see that when we play at Seattle, man. I mean, dude, just winning in Seattle would be huge, man. Just beating Seattle in Seattle would be a lot huge, man. And that can build confidence. I know before, in 2017, the Jaguars were really a good football team. But then you got to look into the Cincinnati Bengals, man. The Cincinnati Bengals? What in green earth are they, man? They were considered a team that probably would have been rebuilding still. But they're a team to be forced with, man. That's the one team I look in the calendar and I'm like, shit. It's going to be a tough one. But we're going to play it. I think we're going to play at Cincinnati, right? That's going to be a tougher one. I think out of the rest of the games, I can see us playing the Cincinnati Bengals being a tough task. They're going to be tough. What's up, John Jay?
Yeah, I saw you were by yourself for 30 minutes. So I said, you know what, let me hop on for a little bit to talk football.
Yeah, I guess everybody's been quiet. They're over there at that stream. I guess Seattle's up by 4, right?
I'm not watching the game.
Nah, but I'm looking at that game. That's going to determine whether we're really legit or not. If we can't, I mean, we're not going to play without Debo, so that's going to be tough.
Yeah,
and Fred Warner, but isn't Kittle out too or no?
Right now, Fred Warner is out at least 1 week. So hopefully we get him back for the Cincinnati game, and hopefully Debo can come back sooner. But they said 2 weeks.
Well, 2 weeks to play. Like, he could just miss this one game and then maybe get him against the Bengals at best.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so the Washington are up by 3 points. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Washington's kind of doing okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
yeah.
I just look at the schedule. Seattle at home is going to be a little tougher, but I think Cincinnati's going to be the more difficult one, man, especially when it comes down to their wide receivers and their defense is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So which team do you see as a tough team down the stretch? I think it's Cincinnati.
Oh yeah, duh. Cincinnati is 7-4. They're better than us.
Yeah, they are. And then the Titans, I don't know. Titans are kind of tricky, man. I don't know.
Yeah, the Bengals beat the Steelers twice. They beat the Ravens. So those are some good teams in that division, and they've had some really good games against other teams in the AFC. So, and then so we're gonna need everyone to come back for that Cincinnati. Like Debo can take a week off, because we want him healthy. Fred Warner, hopefully he comes back because we need him because,
Cincinnati's going to be really tough, man. But even without those guys against Seattle, I'm not really sure this is not going to. It's not going to be a guarantee with this Seattle game because it's going to be tough out there.
Yeah.
Man.
I try to upload a video with what's his name, Josh Norman, like punching someone in the back, but for some reason it was copyrighted, so I had to take it down.
Was it copyright claims and stuff like that?
Yeah, any copyright, even the claims, I take it down just to be safe because, like I said, I got a warning, so I got to keep it as careful as possible.
Oh, I always dispute it. They leave it alone after you dispute it.
So,
like you explain what, like I usually just report a complaint about it and say, yeah, there's nothing going on with it. It's just stuff I get on Twitter, and then they just leave it alone.
I don't like Josh Norman. I can understand why nobody picked him up because while he's a okay cornerback, because he's not the same no more, always with the issues, like with the penalties and getting up on coaches' faces and blowing his coverages, because he blew a bunch of coverages. Like one of the touchdowns, if he tackled Dalvin Cook, maybe that would have been 7 less points, and then and then he left Adam Thielen wide open, like gave him like 20 yards of nobody guarding him. But that's Josh Norman. I can't wait.
Well, I mean, he's kind of like at the point of his career, man. He's already like 34 almost. So, man, this guy's already he's already like at the end of his career.
Mhm.
I mean, he's barely better than Dante Johnson, man.
Mhm.
I'm surprised we let go of Drake or Patrick when we could have just kept him for depth wise, but I guess he wasn't doing.
No, he was horrible. Like what he did against Indianapolis is unforgivable. You did not even cover him. You basically just was 5 feet away from him, and you just put your hand up in the air. You let a wide open receiver catch the football. You don't do that in the NFL. That's why I think he's not on the team no more. But that was stupid. Why did you? You should have been on him. Like cause the penalty, grab him, tap the ball away. He didn't do that, and then he fell down. After he tried to put his hand up. So.
Do you think that Witherspoon would have been more of a difference, even though he wasn't all that bad? I mean, he was decent.
You see, like I wanted to kill a Witherspoon back, not because he was good, but because he knew the system and he was a good veteran. He had issues of inconsistency, but he did have a really good, anyway.
But then he just threw our team under the bus, so I don't know if that would work out, man.
Yeah. What's up, Corey?
He was complaining about how the coaches didn't play him as much.
All right, I'm gonna have an early dinner, man. But it was nice hopping on, man. CG, you keep doing your stuff, and I want to remind everybody, you and Eric Crocker are going to be with
Oh no! Unfortunately, he's not gonna go after all because I gave him a schedule, and Sam Dog. If Sam Dog would have told me the schedule from the get-go, I would have probably got him at the 12 o'clock one. But instead, I'm gonna get Amin the Dream.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, so yeah.
No, but Eric Crocker told me, or else he wouldn't mind going with me. He said it's because he has to train the athlete at 3:30. So it's like Sam Dog didn't even tell me. I thought Sam Dog was going to come at 12, and Sam Dog says, "No, I'm going to come at 3:30. Can we change it up?" And I said, "Damn, bro, I would have got Eric Crocker in."
So everyone check out that interview with the Seahawks guy and the Dream. But I'm gonna get an early dinner. What's up, Corey? Before I go,
what's up, Lawrence Jackson? What's happening, Faithful? That guy's funny.
How you doing, Corey? How's your day? Perfect.
Where's BPS, man? Where's BPS?
Oh man, he's under a rock.
I miss BPS, man. I miss BPS.
He doesn't want to deal with Giants Nation and
David's here, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we got David.
Hello, David.
David. You know what? I'm gonna stick around for another 10 minutes because David's here.
Well, David kind of made it entertaining, I guess, for you.
Yeah, I was on Mr. White TC's stream. I was about to call in because TRL was kind of. I don't know what. I think he just hates the Niners, but he was seriously. He was going off about like, oh, here and now, what have they done? And it's like, dude, I was about to hop in and go, your team's done nothing all time.
Yeah,
it's easy to trash a Cardinals fan, but when they're talking their records better right now, well, dude, what have you guys done with those records? You guys have done nothing with it. So I pretty much told Arizona Cardinals fans from the get-go, dude, you can have a winning season, but if you didn't win a Super Bowl, then it don't mean shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy to pick on Cardinal fans because all you gotta do is just tell them, dude, did you guys win a Super Bowl with that record? Nope.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see him go, like 3-3 in the last 6 games and limp into the playoffs. But we'll see what happens.
It's possible. Anything like, I know. And that dude that Butter doesn't like. Oh, he ticked me off today. He was telling me you need to admit that your Niners lost the Super Bowl. I've said that 10 times before you got on.
And who's that guy?
Audacity, and this guy had the audacity to tell me to accept it. I know that, but I was trying to let him know that fans are going to complain about the losses. They're going to overhype their wins. And this guy kept saying that I was right, but something. Oh man, I don't know. You know what? I'm on Butter's side when it comes to this dude. This guy, nah, I'm not defending this guy no more. This guy,
Which one is it? Is it Bane?
Yes.
that Packers dude?
Yes.
Oh,
Bane.
I don't know, dude. Like at first he seemed like an okay guy, but I guess he gets on a different side. Now he's playing that victim shit.
I know he's playing that victim.
I told you, dude. I told you he was BSing, bro. I did announce it through the stream that him and Butters were gonna battle each other, but he's playing that victim shit now.
I remember last Sunday, because YTC went to the WWE thing, and he came on in the third quarter of one of the games he was covering, and he said, I was at a wedding. What? That was
no, but then Mr. YTC just watched the stream the other time about it, and then he said, "Okay, you did say that you were gonna have Butters and Bane battle, but I guess Bane's playing that stupid game."
I know. I was trying to give him a bit of the benefit of the doubt, even though I shouldn't. But after what he did was like, me and TRL were having a different conversation about a different situation. This guy comes in here, and he called me a homer, and he's like, first of all, I'm a Niner fan. I'm going to say great things about my organization. Yes, I sometimes overdo it, but I'm also a guy who uses their brain and understands the situation. Like this year, I've been up and down with this team. I've been up, but I still like this team. Are we, like a championship team, like, idiot Grant Cohen?
I don't think so. No.
But I'm so optimistic. Hopefully we beat Seattle. Hopefully we beat Cincinnati. Try to get,
Hey, just beating Cincinnati gives us the true test, bro. If we can beat the Bengals at their home field, then it kind of shows how good we are. But as far as the expectation, dude, I'd be okay with making the playoffs this year. Making the playoffs and maybe going like towards the first round. And if we don't get further, then oh well, bro. At least we've got ourselves somewhere and build on for next year. At least Shanahan can build on for something. And we don't have to go through this criticism of him just having one winning season and all this shit. If he can get us to the playoffs this year, then that would end the criticism about his overall record.
Well, that Packer guy, he's a little bit. He's a bit.
I think he seems like homerish too, bro. Like even at times, there's quite a few realistic Packer fans I can think of, and they're more scared of the Niners.
Also, we beat Green Bay twice with a blowout in 2019. We beat them 37-8 or 37-9. Then in the NFC Championship, we had 28 points at halftime, and we beat them. We beat them by. We still blew them out, and
if not for George Kittle not playing, I think we would have beat Green Bay.
Yeah. So, no, Kittle did play.
Oh wait, well, I'm trying to think of which player didn't play that week. Wasn't it like?
It was Kawan Alexander, and it was
No, I'm talking about that one other player. That one player we had. No, I'm talking about this year. Like I think we missed one key player, and if it wasn't for him being out for that game, I think we would have won that game.
Well, it is what it is. But I was just trying to tell him because I said me and TRL we were talking about, if a healthy and good 49er team with the game plan and everything. We can smoke a lot of teams. Now, are we going to win every game? Of course not. We're going to lose some games. Then this guy comes in here, and then he has the nerve. He said, "Oh, you guys were." I said, George Kittle missed 2 games. Kyle missed 5 games. D Ford missed 8 games, and Kawan Alexander. These guys were impact players. The problem is that our team was so deep in 2019 that those guys could have been, those guys could have missed games, and we still would have done really, really well.
Staley missed some time, and we had some of our backup tackles stepping in. Like Justin School played in okay, and then we got Daniel Brunskill playing that other spot for McGlinchey.
I know, like next year, I forgot we're getting School back, and that guy, the Big Show, he's a cuckoo. Oh, we need to trade. No, School is pretty good. We need him as a good. Player team.
Big Show, bro. Why does he name himself after a pro wrestler, bro? That one.
And then Tarvarius Moore will come back, so we're gonna get some depth. So,
but isn't he kind of a free agent after this year?
I gotta go check. I think he's still under contract, but I'll check.
Well, his rookie contract will end because he was drafted in 2018.
Mm-hmm. So I see 18, 19, 20. They can still 50-year option him to save money.
Third. He was a third round pick, dude.
I know it's not even going to be much if we fifth year option. So for like I said,
No, there's no fifth year option for third round picks. He would enter free agency.
Oh, there's not.
No, for a first round pick, you could get the fifth year option, but if you're a second and third round or after those other draft picks, there's no fifth year option for them.
I think that's new because I remember that they fifth year option players, third, fourth, fifth rounds. But anyway,
they usually give them franchise tags if they really value them a little bit.
Anyway, no worries.
Yeah, I don't know much about the other.
Mm-hmm.
I like how some of these delusional fan base think a little off their mind, dude. I'm not one of those guys. I mean, I thought realistically we'd be lucky to maybe just make it, but I don't know, man.
That Bane dude needs to listen to all the 49er people, and they will trash him up because those guys are pretty good players. Those guys were pretty good players. Even when we were not doing good, we still had – I was telling them – I think TRL or that Packers guy, even when we were horrible, we had Pro Bowlers, we had star, potential, we had really good coaches. We still had really good players. It's just that
we made Marquise Goodwin. We made Marquise Goodwin into a household name receiver at one point.
If that Rams cornerback didn't cheap shot him, he would have had 1,000 yards. But
yeah, he would have.
Yeah.
But then you look at it, man, like who goes from a running back that was a journeyman running back that played from 7 other teams and we made this guy into a solidified all-star, bro.
Yeah. So that Packers guy, he's delusional because while Kyle has his issues and while, we all hurt, when everything goes really well, we have a 6th round draft pick who had
and that guy's playing like a Pro Bowl out there. He's playing He's playing like a 1st or 2nd round pick so far.
I know, and he's averaging up like if he continues
5 yards to carry.
If he continues to do what he's doing, he's gonna have 1,200 yards, which is gonna be
I think it's still. I think if he averages 100 yards a game, bro, I think his ceiling could be 1,500 yards.
I don't know, but he's averaging 1,200 plus yards if he continues his pace of what he's doing. So, like I said, like. Kyle, his dad, LaFleur, McVay, they make running backs look really good. They make running backs look really good.
Well, in this matchup, the last time when we played Seattle, we didn't have Elijah Mitchell play that game, so that could be an X factor right there.
Yeah. I hope Trey Sermon's all right because he was carted off.
He broke his ankle.
Oh, he broke his ankle? Oh, that
I think it's seriously bad. I think he might have fractured his ankle or something.
That's not good for him. He wasn't.
Well, I'm looking into it. And they said it's something bad about an ankle injury.
And that means now that we have Jeff Wilson Jr. We
got Michael Hastie's supposed to come back, but I don't know when.
Yeah. So we got that number 49. He's a running back, and of course Elijah Mitchell. Like, man.
Oh, Trent Cannon, bro. I don't know, man. That guy's trash. He's a good returner, but not really much of a runner, man.
I got 900 views, so he's probably good because you don't get 900 views for a trash running back.
Oh, dude, I got 1,100 in views with that practice squad for the Bengals.
I don't like. I guess. Hey, like I said, he may not be, doing, perfect, but he must have been a really good player in college. He also played for that Vince McMahon football. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, you're talking about that big running back that we got.
So
you mean Jaquiz Patrick?
Oh yeah, him too. Yeah. Both those.
But I don't know if he's still on our roster. I think we cutted him.
But both those videos got a lot of views. So.
But dude, look at Jay and the Bay posted a Devin Funches video, bro, and he's already at 4,000 freaking damn views, bro.
Is he on the active roster or is he on the practice squad?
Practice squad.
Okay. Yeah.
It didn't pop up to my article, but as soon as I saw a couple article videos of certain other stuff, I started posting it. But
hey, we need to keep Funches. He I'm not saying he's like a great receiver, but for depth, we should keep him. Because
how the coach is that they're going to go with other guys they need, but I think Funches might get promoted. Yeah,
because we do need, like I said, Mohamed Sanu's not coming back next year, so that's a good just someone to have, just someone to have.
Juwan Jennings he's gonna have to get some more reps now since the injuries are piling up.
I wish that was a touchdown. Like, it was so close. Like,
he made a really nice, spectacular catch. Unfortunately, it just was.
It looked like it was like really, really close, but on camera, his knee was out of bounds. But yeah, but that was a good catch. Like, Jimmy.
Yeah.
I got a good feeling that there's going to be some plays designed for Jennings to catch them. Like, they might even go with those 10 or 15-yard type plays, and he might just.
His first catch was perfect. Like, Jimmy threw it really well, and Juwan Jennings had two guys on him, and he still grabbed that ball for 21 yards. 21 yards. So.
I uploaded that video, dude. It's already like at 300 or 400 views, I believe.
Yeah.
Then the one video that's kind of popping up lately is the Lincoln Rally video. I don't know. People are giving me a hard time with that. With even some Clemson Tiger fans and some USC fans are coming into the comments.
I know. Anyway, well, I'm gonna go have an early dinner, man. But I'm glad.
Right, I'm gonna do a round check, and I'll be right back, guys. Man, I gotta go check out something quickly.
All right, guys.
Okay.
I'll see you around.
Yeah, man. Did you guys see? You guys see my reaction of that Oklahoma shit? That was whatever, man. I'm mad.
Oklahoma.
Lincoln Riley took his bum ass to USC, man. What a joke.
Jeez. And now the quarterbacks, both of them want to leave.
No. Actually, just only Spencer Rattler, Caleb Williams is staying put, from what I'm hearing.
Oh no! I was reading because they said both quarterbacks after the end they want to leave. That is sad. I feel bad.
That's not the
program. I did that program, just got screwed with him leaving, because I won't be surprised if a bunch of players also decide to leave, because there's some this is a rumor. It's not 100% true, but they're saying that Lincoln Riley players wanted to play for him. Now, maybe because he's going to USC, that some of those players are going to go over there. But we'll see what happens. I hope I'm wrong.
Man, this better not be the Jim Harbaugh effect shit. God damn.
My bad.
We better not get the Jim Harbaugh shit, because that's what happened to us in 2015, man. I don't want to hear this. They retired for half. No, they retired because Harbaugh left, man. Let's be realistic.
All right, guys. You guys take it easy. I'll see you later.
Yeah, you can't tell. You can't tell me that 15 players who retired from our roster had to do with the fact that Jim Harbaugh left, man.
Well, like I said, it's still a factor, but it's not the whole factor. But it's a little bit true. But anyway, all right, Corey, you have a good night.
All right,
always cool hanging out with David and CG. You keep doing your thing.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. All right, buddy. See you later.
Be right back. You guys keep chit chat. I'll be right back in a minute.
All right. Well, right now, scouting our next opponent next Sunday, Seattle. They are tied with Washington 9-9.
Man, and Washington, I mean, they're not a good football team, but they're not bad. I mean, they're about in the middle.
Yeah. And the crazy thing about it, Washington got a touchdown. Then they went to kick the extra point, and Seattle blocked it. And they got a block, they picked it up and ran it back to the end zone. They got the 2 points. Retired.
That's right. That's right. You only get a safety for that because it's an extra point attempt.
Yeah.
Wow. That sounds like a crazy game. I don't actually have ESPN because I hate those guys.
Right now, who's receiving the ball? I think Seattle. Who got the ball first? Seattle's getting the ball.
But yeah, I don't know. Seattle's looking like they're going downhill fast, and I mean they're looking at big changes this offseason. I don't think Russell Wilson's going to leave. I mean, I don't think that the owners or I would say the GM, but I think Pete Carroll is the GM and the head coach, if I remember right. So it's more than likely going to be him going and ownership getting a real GM and then finding another head coach.
In Washington kicker, I don't know if he's coming back into the game or not. And see if he got back. Who kicked the ball off? Because he was trying to chase the guy that blocked the ball down, and his leg cramped up on him.
Oh man, yeah, I remember losing Robbie Gold and not having a place kicker all game. That sucked.
Yeah. I didn't see who kicked it off for him. See if he came back. So they might not have a field goal kicker. Oh, no 5. Who's no 5? Says that punter. He had to do the kickoff. Go number 3. Lucille got the ball. It's 34. Mark Russell was in shotgun. 81, switching sides. He goes back to the side. He throws it incomplete. So now it's 4th and 4th. Look like they're going to have to punt.
Yeah, what do you think about the Cardinals, Corey? I think there's still a question mark in my mind because last year they had an opportunity, about mid-season, put together some wins, make the playoffs, but they, faltered going down the stretch. So in my mind, there's still a question mark.
See what happened on punt. Ooh, God fumbled the ball. Let me see. Did he get it back? Yeah, he got it. Look, yeah, he got it back. Look like he got it back. Watch
Who's
the
got the ball?
Redskins. Not Redskins. Oops. Washington football team.
I know I've called them the Redskins for so long. I have a problem with that too.
The guy fumbled it, but he got it back. He recovered it.
You guys good?
Yep.
What were you guys talking about, man?
Well, Corey's giving me the play-by-play from the game.
The play-by-play, man. I guess it's a very tie game right now.
Yep.
What kind of game is this, man? Is this one of these ugly games? Whoever's the worst team's going to get the win? No, you get the win. Nah, you get the win.
It's 9-9 right now.
Yeah, 9-9. Not just playing.
Because what happened? Washington, they was going. It'll be 10-9. If it'll be 10-7. But what happened? They number 94 of Seattle. He blocked the kick, blocked the field goal. Not field goal, the extra point, and then he took it. He took it to the end zone and got the 2 points. So which is tied at 9-9.
Oh, that's strange. Yeah, because I guess if you block an extra point and you return it for a touchdown, that gives you 2 points automatically.
Yeah.
Interesting. So this game's getting closer then. So is it halftime right now?
No, just got out of halftime, and Seattle got the ball, and they went 3 and out. They punted the ball back to Washington, and Washington almost messed up. The guy dropped the ball.
And Handy King, you got to play good football, buddy.
Yeah, and
So what's a good beer for Washington? Yeah,
Washington I don't know. I gotta see if they lost their field goal kicker. Because when he was
Yeah.
chasing the guy down, he looked like he pulled a hamstring.
So he might not even play then if he got injured, huh?
Yep.
Hey,
That might determine.
Crazy Juice brings up an interesting subject. What
They have to
should the
come up-
Washington football team call themselves?
Yeah, the Red Tails.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
It's
know
got to
about
do
that.
with the pilots. It's got to do with the military pilots or something.
I mean, you know, the Senators is a good one, but it's the hockey team.
Washington. I don't know. Warriors would probably be appropriate, but then it would be copying the Golden State. I don't know.
I mean, the politicians, but then you could never take them seriously.
Nah, keep it out of football. I don't know. The Washington. Well, the Senators would probably be interesting to the state capital, but I don't know. Washington presidents. I don't know. Washington. Let's see. Washington. There was another rumor that they were going to go with something like Washington Red Wolves or something, or Red Hawks.
Well, either way, you know they're going to keep their colors, but they have to figure out a name that goes with those colors. So,
Red Tails would probably be the right fit because it's something to do with the pilots. Man, I just thought they should have just left that shit alone, man. Like, dude, it's already like, it's not like, okay, so certain people complain about a team name, but why has it never been issues for years? What's going to happen next? They're going to have people change the Dallas Cowboys to something else because it's considered a rebel or a racist thing, too. If you think about it, they're going to probably complain on that, too. And then it's going to lead to the 49ers, too. And it's kind of stupid. They're going to the Chiefs next first. But at some point, they got to stop with this cancel stuff, man. They got to stop with that cancel culture shit.
Well, here, I mean, cancel culture isn't big here where I live in Utah, but there was a high school, and well, there is a high school, and their mascot is the Braves, and there was like talk, oh, they're going to change their name. There was one parent that was lobbying for them to change their name. The rest of them were like, why? So it didn't end up happening, but you know, it was a news story for about 2 seconds here.
Well, I mean, there's been talks about Kansas City Chiefs might have to change their name, or just remove their remove their tradition stuff.
Well, Chiefs isn't really. I mean, Redskins is actually it could be considered a slur. You know, it actually was used as a slur back in the Old West. Chiefs are that's not a slur. The Braves, the Indians. I mean, none of those names are, you know, are slurs. So I don't see why any of those teams would have to change their names. I mean,
it's kind of dumb to even think of it, but when they look at mascots, they think, change it because it's offensive. It's like, come on.
Well, you know, my Utes, there were some people complaining, oh, you guys need to change it. It's insensitive. And then the Ute tribe here locally is like, what are you talking about? They like outright said, you have our blessing to use this name. And then everybody shut up.
Well, so, in reality, you know who weren't offended by the Washington Redskins? Were the Native Americans in the D.C. area. They didn't have no problem with it because they were honored. Like in some football games, like in some primetime games or something like that, they would get their honorary respect or something like that when they come as military veterans.
Yep.
Nobody ever talks about that. Nobody ever talks about when the Washington Redskins used to honor the Native Americans who were in the war. They don't bring that up, so I don't get why they would get offended by it. And and trust me, a lot of the people I've been tribes with, a lot of them don't even get that offended by that. They're just thinking that people these days need to stop being like that.
Mm-hmm.
In some ways, they're honored by it too because of their tradition.
They watched it on the 10-yard line now.
Plus, they're not. I mean, plus, I don't know about this culture stuff when they do the drum stuff and the talking. I don't know. So they're getting offended by the
First and goal.
There's a school in Bakersfield that changed their name from Rebels to Spartans. Hey, which team? Which high school was that? I think I've heard of that team. They used to be called Rebels. I remember there was a high school in Tulare. They used to be called the Tulare Redskins. Then they had to switch their name. Tulare Unions, whatever they were. No, they had to change that name because it was offensive. Because it kind of resembles exactly like the Washington team.
I mean, they got to come up with something better than football team. I mean, come on.
Football team sounds like a stupid name. Like, come on. Are we talking Washington, like Seattle? Are we talking Seattle, like in the state of Washington? Come on, football team sounds stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Would you take that team serious with that name? Washington football team? Oh my God, I can't even take it serious.
Touchdown.
Red Tails I'll take serious because it sounds like a really catchy name. Or Red Wolves. Or Red Tribe. Or Washington Tribes. There you go. Tribes. It's like a group of people, right?
Yep. But yeah, I worked with a Redskin, a football team fan when when they said, okay, we're changing our name to football team. He was like, what? He's like, what? He's like, come up with a name. You guys have had like 3 years this has been going on. Come up with the name. What is wrong with them?
Or Washington Veterans.
That would be really good, actually.
Because it's got to do with the militaries. Yeah.
Yep.
And it's in D.C. too, so it does have a meaning to it.
Washington scored a touchdown.
Or,
and then they went for 2 points and got that. So it's 17-9 now.
Dang.
Oh, South High School. Oh, okay. So in Bakersfield, they had this high school. Oh, they were called. Okay, I think I remember that high school team in Bakersfield. Yeah, they were the Rebels. South Bakersfield Rebels. But lucky for my school, that there's nothing offended by the mascot. You know what my team mascot was called?
What?
Highlanders. We were like Scottish Warriors or something.
Oh. Mine was pretty standard. It was Tigers.
Mine was Gachos.
Yeah, that's why we call ourselves Highlanders. We got the sword and we were the Celts like those Scottish people do. That's what we were.
We were the Gachos.
Man, we were just like those Scottish Warriors.
Dude, that was actually my high school team's rival was the Scots.
You mean the Highlanders?
No, the local high school I went to, that was the Tigers. The rival was the Scots. Yep.
Yeah, but we were called Highlanders, which had something to do with the Celts and the Warriors with the sword. So they were called the Scots, just like the Scottish Warriors?
No, they were just the Scots, and I mean their colors matched kind of what the Scottish flag was and whatnot. So it was like, huh. But yeah, I mean they're still called that. I actually live closer to that place than I do my high school, but you know.
Well, the high school rivalry I had to play against was the Rough Riders. And you know where they get that name from? Where do you think they get that name from?
Oh my goodness. Was it a rapper in the 90s?
No, Rough Riders. Like Rough Riders. Who you think invented the Rough Riders with the troops?
Oh my goodness, that was back in the Civil War. That was back before the Civil War.
Yeah,
There was a
Roosevelt.
team named Roosevelt.
There's a high school. Yeah, there's a high school named Roosevelt High School, and that was our rivalry. But it would be the Battle of Cedar because we were crosstown rivalries.
Roosevelt rode with them. I remember this.
Yeah.
On the History Channel a long time ago.
Oh man, that's crazy. And then our other rival, they're called the Warriors, but they always talk their smack a lot. I got into a couple scuffle fights with those players. Man, they had to separate me in some incident fights over there because some of them tried to cheap shot me. I didn't let that slide. I didn't let that slide with me.
Eagles. Kennedy Eagles.
Oh, okay. So mine is McLean Highlanders. It's named after a guy who was a locally Fresno person. It wasn't quite a top team, but man, we played Division III and we played like trash out there. That's where I started making my name of myself, was playing for that team, man. I had some couple incident plays, but I actually made some clean plays at one point and did okay at certain situations.
CG.
Oh, wait. So wait. So Crazy Juice, did you go to Ridgeview High School or something? I think they're called the Wolves. My cousin went down to that school before. There's a high school in Bakersfield that's called the Wolves, but they're called Ridgeview Wolves or something. I think it's Ridgeview Wolfpack or Ridgeview Wolves. I don't know if he's still there, but that was another school. That was a school that was called the Wolves. We played against them before. I remember we had to travel all the way down Bakersfield to go play over there.
CG.
And then there was another school called Wasco, called the Tigers. Wasco Tigers down there too. Hey, what's up, man?
You should try to upload a video of where Kirk Cousins lined up behind the guard.
Oh man, that would be epic. I think some people uploaded it, but I got some other videos popping up. I even got the Brian Boldiger video. It's kind of hitting off pretty good right now. It's over 300 plus views right now.
Yeah, I want to see that video of Kirk Cousins lining up behind
the guard.
I
gotta see that one again. That was kind of funny. So I would put Kirk Cousins is lining up to the guard, trying to hike. And I guess the running back kind of hiked the ball. Yeah.
Probably.
Somebody
else did
Oh,
that.
no. I went to Sotomayor in LA. Okay. You want to see that where Kirk Cousins hikes on the guard? That was stupid. I didn't know. Maybe he must have not overthink. Maybe he wasn't thinking right.
Yeah.
Do you think he did that on purpose, or you think he just didn't even notice?
But did he take a shot to the head before he did that or something?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what happened, man? That was unnecessary.
The guard was probably like, "Whoa, bro, wrong crotch,
wrong behind, wrong butt."
Hey, you guys want me to upload it right now? I'll probably just upload it. Give me a second, man. I'm going to probably upload it for y'all so you guys get a good laugh out of it. Hold up. I'll be right back.
Well, Seattle just punted the ball back to the Washington team. And they Washington team just got the ball back right now. Some commercials.
Man. Yeah, the no names. I saw a skit on on one of these comedy networks where they were doing like a Survivor, wannabe thing. Mm-hmm. And they had the NFC East, represented by fans, And he's like, who do you think's going to win the division? The guy's like, the football team. The announcer goes, that could be anybody.
Yeah, but
They were straight. Oh, they were making fun of Washington so hard for that. So who's got the ball and what's the score, Corey?
Washington has the ball and it's 17-9.
Oh boy.
They still on commercial. They got them.
What do you think? What do you think about? What have you seen out of Russell Wilson? Does he still look off?
Yeah. He overthrew a player. He underthrew a player. I think he's still feeling the effects of that finger.
I mean, that injury like that. I mean, I had a catastrophic wrist. You know, it was like a compound fracture, and they had to reconstruct my whole wrist. And I actually have I had a doctor that's like considered one of the top in the country. He wasn't at the time, but now he is. And I think I got lucky there because I mean, this happened over 20 years ago. And my wrist is holding up really good. But I mean, it was dang near 2 years of like several surgeries, a whole bunch of rehab, and I don't know how much time in a cast. I lost track. But it sucked.
Washington got a false start. So on their first play.
That actually makes me be kind of more careful. You know, after that happened, I have been so careful about what I'm doing to make sure I'm not getting hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to have to go through something like that again.
Yes, it's scaring me from playing football. I don't know if I could take injury real good.
I also like probably what was it? When did I do that? I think it was 04. I had a bad luck car. The dang thing got in 9 wrecks, and it took me, and none of them were my fault, but it took me that long to realize it's the car. The car is bad luck. Get rid of it, right? But I was actually putting it back together after repainting it, after redoing the front end again, and the car actually, the whole weight of the car got set down on my leg, and my ankle. Well, my ankle pretty much took the brunt end of it, and it didn't feel bad at first. You know, I was able to walk around. I was able to finish assembling the car, and you know, drove myself home. I woke up the next day. The thing was swollen up like a balloon, and I couldn't move. And then I ended up in a boot for about a year. The doctor said surgery is about a 40% success rate at this point. I was like, what? And he told me that's better to just let it naturally heal because it'll have less long-term effects. But, you know, when it becomes wintertime, it gets a little achy. That's about all I got from it, though.
Washington had to punt it back to Seattle. It's 4th and 1.
But yeah, now I'm not young and dumb, so, you know. Like, if I was to do something like that again, I would make sure someone's there helping me. Because I was literally by myself, and I had to reach over and grab a jack and slide it under the car and lift the car up off my leg. I mean, it wasn't like it wasn't like the whole thing was crushing my leg. It was just, my leg was under it. It was sitting on its tires, but my leg was under it, and it fell off the jack, you know, because I was trying to get under it to reattach some body panels, and it just fell off the jack, and my leg was under it when that happened. So if the tires weren't on it, I'd probably have I would probably have severe problems.
Yeah. So like my cousin, where he was in the car with a machine though. He got his head stuck in a machine. He worked at a factory,
Ooh,
and they went down the machine, and nobody would come over to help him. They were like, "Cut the machine off." He was like, "Cut the machine off." And first the boss, like the manager, was like, "Oh, no, that's gonna cost a lot of money. Man, cut the machine off." I need my hand. Finally,
wow,
cut the machine off. They still wouldn't help him. He had to take the tools and take the machine apart to get his head out, and
wow,
then take himself to the hospital.
wow. That's actually illegal in my state. If you hurt like that, it's a requirement that someone drives you there. And most of the time,
Mhm.
I think it's actually your boss that's supposed to take you.
Yep.
Because every time I've seen something happen, that's what it's been.
But I was like, why didn't nobody dial down 911?
Wow.
You should have dialed 911. You should have dialed 911 and took you to the hospital.
Yeah, I work with I work with machinery, and yeah, it's dangerous. But I stay away from everything I need to stay away from. If I'm working
Mhm.
on something, I always go like not only make sure it's off, I'll go pull the fuse out just to make sure nothing's getting power, stuff like that. But this one guy, actually, they were installing a new machine, and this guy was from the company who made the machine. He had, for some reason, he had his finger up in the spindle trying to feel something, and the thing spun up, and it took the tip of his finger off.
Mm.
I mean, it was like it was a bloody mess. I was sitting there going, do we need to like, I got the guy a rag, and the boss of the shop took him in because he was pretty much just working by himself for his company there, right?
Mhm.
So my boss took him into work med, and they like reattached the tip, and he was actually back there working on the machine the next day. I was like, "Ooh, is it bad?" He's like, "Yeah, I want to see." I'm like, "No, I'm good."
And um, I know this kid. He was lucky to live. This big old bus ran him over, split him in half, and
Wow,
take him to the hospital, put him back together. And he came back to school. I'm like, "You walking?" I said,
wow, that's
I expect
insane.
you to be in a wheelchair." He said, "Yeah, I'm walking." I said, "The guy was with you." God put you
Yeah, yeah,
together.
that's for sure. Holy cow!
The bus ran him all. His tire went over two tires. Boom, 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 boom. And the bus driver didn't stop. Didn't know they hit the kid. He didn't know they had to chase the bus down.
Oh, he thought he had a pothole or something.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And it was like, oh, Seattle went 3 and out. Now they had to kick the ball back to Washington.
So it's still 17-9.
Yep.
I just hope Russell Wilson doesn't get all the way healed before we play him. I mean,
And yeah, that's
you
what I
know,
said. Seems like he be struggling in these other games. All of a sudden he get healed when he come to play against us.
Well, I used to throw football around quite a bit, and I mean, I got thinking about that, and the middle finger is what touches the ball last. So if he's, if his middle finger still ain't right, then he's not going to have his touch.
Yeah.
Watch him start the backup next week just so they have a better chance. Hopefully they're not listening.
He might say, well, I might as well sit out the whole season now. We ain't gonna make the playoffs. Why should I play?
I think that's crazy that if they lose tonight, they're mathematically eliminated. I mean, 9-8 might make the playoffs, but or how many losses does Seattle have? I don't know.
Right now they at 3-7. So
I mean, I'm looking at it like 10-7 will definitely make the playoffs, but 9-8, you probably need help.
Washington, go for it. They now look like they're gonna have to punt the ball back to Seattle. 4th and 1. Yep.
The Generals. Crazy Juice brings up another good one. He said Washington's to call themselves the Generals, Red Tails, or Rough Riders.
Yeah.
I think the Generals would be the best thing to go with.
They down the ball at look like maybe the 17-yard line. Look like the backup Jackson's like, Russell, are you sure you're okay? You want me to go in there? Want me to go in? I'll take it. I'll go in.
Just looking at this, like, how are they eliminated? And they'll be 2 games back. Wow, there's a lot of teams that are ahead of them.
Yep.
I mean, even the New York Giants are 1 game ahead of them.
Russell hands the ball to 41. Down he goes. 2nd down. And still 10. Did they lose yard? Or no gain? 2nd down 9. They gained 1 yard. Hike the ball. Faked it, run. Gained only 1 yard. Russell Wilson threw it to the receiver and he only got 1 yard.
Wow.
Boom. See, 3rd down and 8. Well, he hit 1 yard.
Yeah, we could. I mean, I'm definitely not counting my ducks before they hatch. Oh, really?
Yep. They sacked Russell Wilson now. He got to go back. They got to go punt again back to the Redskins. Washington team.
This would be a boring game to watch.
They blitzed them.
Someone's car alarm's going off outside.
Mm.
No, they got it. I know it ain't mine because when mine go off, it's the horn of the car right here.
Yeah, I just posted the video, man. I guess the one you guys were talking about where he hikes at the guard. Oh yeah, you know what? You know it may sound good with Generals. I think Generals has a more of a good catch because it's in the state of Washington or the Washington Soldiers.
Well, the District of Columbia. That's what we're at.
Yeah, District of Columbia. That's just like that's the state capital, but
That's
not the state capital. I mean the capital of the United States. Yeah.
Yep.
I never understood why it's called District of Columbia. It doesn't even have a state. It's in between Maryland and Virginia.
Well, it's supposed to be. It's actually technically not part of the United States, and I was wondering the same thing. And it's just so all our politicians are on neutral ground. But
so it's not so it's not part of our state, but it's part of it's our country capital, I guess.
Yep.
Out of all it's the only city in the United States that doesn't have a state, or it's pretty much independent, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah, because District of Columbia, it's not really considered like a state. It's just independent, I guess. So it's our country capital. Like when you talk state capitals, you guys like when you live in Utah, it's Salt Lake City.
Yep.
Over here, it's Sacramento.
Salt Lake City's good for some things, but going down there during the day or being down there during rush hour, no thanks.
I wouldn't know the difference, but I heard it's pretty cool up there. Do you guys usually do a lot of hiking over there, or what?
There's lots of mountains. I mean, fishing when it's hunting season, that's always going buck wild, and they spread the hunting season to last like 4 or 5 months out of the year. Just
that's where I heard a lot of people
different types of hunts. Muzzle loader, rifle for deer, and then they have the same thing for elk. And they now when it comes to moose, they only they have a draw. Everyone puts in for a tag, and then they have a draw, but they only allow so many. So, because there are moose around, it's just the population is not thick. So,
well, in your state, the population is barely over 1 million, huh?
I think so. When it comes to humans, yeah. It's growing pretty damn fast, though. I mean, I don't know. A lot of people move here from other states.
Probably because of the climate and the atmosphere is more chilled down there, I guess.
And it's also like this state's more business friendly. Like if you're comparing it to California, it's a lot. It's easier to open a business here, and when it comes to cost, way lower. So
the cost of living is cheaper out there, huh?
Yeah.
So what's the cost of living for rent down here?
Well, rent, and all the people coming in from out of state are actually messing up our real estate here. I'm glad I bought when I did, because this place would probably be $350,000. Which in California that might be considered cheap, but that's not considered cheap here. There's a 6-bedroom house I was looking at, which I have no business owning because it's only me. But the garage and the piece of property it's looking on is what I was looking at. Like, dang, that's a big garage. I could have a nice shop in there. But and I mean it's pretty run down. Still needs to be cleaned up. I know the people that used to live there. I used to drive by the house. They're very questionable, And I mean the roof needs to be replaced. It has all kinds of problems, and they're asking $300,000 for it.
Oh, that's a lot. Shit.
So I mean, yeah,
but
the housing around here's gotten crazy because like say someone lives in the expensive part of California, and they're like, all right, we're moving to Utah. They look at houses out here, and they're like, oh, that's cheap. here, I'll overpay you for that house, and that has happened so many times that it just drives the price of real estate through the roof.
Oh man, like in the Central Valley, it's not that expensive over here compared to others. But I'm pretty sure for the cost of rent, I'm pretty sure you guys are like paying like maybe like $600 or maybe less than that.
That's about a 1-bedroom apartment.
So that's about a 1-bedroom apartment. But what about for 2 or 3 bedrooms?
It depends on the location, but you can get a decent 2-bedroom for about $9. 3-bedroom costs you about $1,100-1,200.
Oh, that's not too bad. That's exactly what I pay at my apartment over here.
But well, years ago it used to be a lot cheaper, but
prices go up a lot.
Yeah.
But down where I live at, it's not that pricey. Like I live in a decent neighborhood. And it's not even that bad over here. But the difference of going to Northern California is it is pretty expensive down there, but then Southern California can be pricey too. So it's like, but if you go in the Central Valley, yeah, the weather may not be as great and all that stuff, but you can at least afford to live in somewhere where it's not pricey. I mean, Fresno's very affordable, and that's why we were like 500,000 people down here, 500,000 population. And it's a pretty big city.
Dang. I don't know what the population of Salt Lake City is. I'd have to look.
Well, I think from what I looked at,
I don't think it's anywhere near 500,000. Probably maybe half that.
Probably like 200,000 people down there.
Yeah. But I mean, when it comes to all the technology, what do they call that? What's it called?
Technology, man. They got all kinds of
Silicon Valley. That's what it's called. So we have an area here, and it's Lehigh. It's down like south of BYU and Provo, and that's where a lot of the people from Silicon Valley are coming, just because it's cheaper to do business. So we have a big area where a lot's going up right now, and it's becoming, our version of Silicon Valley,
Yeah, I guess the Bay Area, it's got a lot to do with the Silicon Valley. Yeah, that's where the Niners are from right now. They're currently relocated to Silicon Valley. Well, it's like we go from San Francisco Bay to the Silicon Valley, which is in Santa Clara. Yeah, it's very pricey. It's hard to like make a living down there.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like you live in Richmond, so it's pretty much like expensive out there too, huh? Isn't Richmond pretty expensive down there?
Yeah.
I know from Richmond perspective, yeah, it's just connected towards Oakland and other cities, huh?
Yeah, like Berkeley,
Oakland, San Francisco. It's probably like an hour away or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like different cities. There's like Vallejo, which is like maybe not too far from you guys.
Yeah, across the bridge.
Then you got Concord. That's another city down there is Concord. There's Walnut Creek. And then there's Walnut. And then there's like quite a few other cities. There's what's that other city? That's another city, but I forget the name of it. It's Anto something.
Antioch.
Yeah, Antioch. There you go. That's another city. And then there's Pleasanton going further, and then there's San Rafael or whatever, San Ramon or San Rafael.
San Rafael.
Yeah, and then there's there was another city that I went to that was right down Oakland, but it was another city. Forget what the name of the other city is, but it was a little small. It was like it was right not too far. It was connected to Oakland. I forget the name of the city.
Emerville.
What?
Emerville. It's a little city.
No, not Emerville. It's Yeah, I'm trying to remember the city, but it's where my dad used to live at before. Where my dad actually lived at. Fuck, man, I forget the city, but it's no, it's another city, but it's.
You got it up in the vehicle?
Yeah.
You got it up?
Yeah. Kansas
Trying to
City?
remember the city, but it's right next to Oakland. It's just like a 20-minute drive from over there.
Hmm.
San something. It's not San Rafael. Oh yeah, it's San Rafael, right? Isn't it San Rafael or
Oh, San
there's like
Rafael,
a
Bridge.
there's like a school that has like the Buccaneers, the Buccaneer logo or some kind of stadium. Forget the name of it, but it's right down. It's not too far from Oakland. I played down that stadium before. It's like their team's called the Buccaneers or something.
I don't know.
No, it's I'll look it up, man. I'll be right back. I gotta look up the city.
We'll see. Got the ball. They overthrew again. Russell Wilson overthrowing the receivers. Yeah.
Yeah, right now Jay in the Bay. I just got a notification he's streaming, but I'm here, so is what it is.
Oh yeah, he might have a special guest on the show tonight.
Can you hear it?
No.
Nah, it's San Leandro. There you go.
San Leandro, yeah.
That was a city that my dad lived at too. That's like another city. That's just right connected to Oakland. San Leandro's like it's like another town, but it's like they have a high school that has like a Buccaneer or something on there.
Yeah.
I forget the name of the school, but that's where I played my semi football. That's where we played one of the opponents out there. They were called the Golden State Rhinos. We had to go all the way down. We had to go all the way down San Leandro to play them.
I'll be back.
All right. And David, so the cost of living is ridiculous in those other cities.
Salt Lake City, it's way ridiculous. I wouldn't even think about living down there. I mean,
Would you
I'd have
rather
to live in West Valley, and that I would not want to live in West Valley.
So which city in Utah wouldn't be that pricey, man?
The Ogden area is not bad. Ogden down to Clearfield probably would be all right. Up north, like Brigham City and everywhere up north is pretty cheap.
What about like St. George? Isn't that pricey or no?
Yeah, St. George is pretty pricey. They have
like other
cities
cities.
around. They have cities that are like within 20 minutes that really aren't bad though.
Oh. So there's just different areas of going to. Yeah, I heard Clearfield is where certain people get trained at, like for other training for something.
Well, we got Hill Air Force Base out over there. Well, Hill
One
Air
of them
Force
had to be
Base is
trained for that. Yeah,
pretty
one of them had
big,
to be
but-
trained for some type of training in Clearfield or something.
Yeah, there's a couple different areas there for some military training. The Hill
Yeah,
Air Force Base, we actually our landscape changes so much that Hill Air Force Base is a big training zone. They send pilots that they're about to go overseas here, and they literally train in the area that best fits the wilderness of what they're going to. They'll set up like dummies so they can see people, know how to spot people and stuff like that.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Washington or head to head, I guess. So the score's kind of getting closer or what? I guess Corey's coming back later, I guess.
Yep. Yeah,
I think
I'm not
Corey's
sure.
I think Corey's eating his
It
dinner.
was 17-9 last time I saw. Let me look this up on my second device.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Washington's
17-9.
still 17-9, so it's pretty much like one of those little low score games.
Yep. Just under 11 minutes left in the game. So anything can still happen, but
with Russell Wilson, you can never rule it out, but then that finger is kind of affecting the way he's played.
I was asking Corey when you're like downloading that video how is Russell Wilson doing? And
yeah,
he said that he's throwing high, he's throwing low, he's not being accurate.
Well, that's the best part about playing this Russell Wilson. He's probably not going to be as accurate. And then he's going to get pressure, so he's probably not going to be much of a factor like he was, but he'll still do like maybe a little bit of decent work.
Dang, dude, I'm looking at the stats, and DK Metcalf has nothing.
Well, that's the problem. Russell can't throw the ball deep as much right now with that finger issue.
I mean, Lockett's got 3 catches, 96 yards, but yeah, DK's got nothing. Effective. Holy cow!
And DK's been shut down, so I guess he's kind of been like a non-factor. Like they haven't really evolved much in the passing game. Last year he was killing it, man.
Well, he was killing it at the start of this year, and then about midway through, he hasn't really done much.
I think I think a lot of the DBs are getting too physical towards him now, and he's kind of been frustrated with that.
Whoa, Russell Wilson is their leading rusher with 16 yards.
And Alex Collins hasn't done squat.
He's got 14. 2 yards of 2 yards of carry, 7 carries.
We better stop the run. We better stack that box and stop the running game because Seattle's going to try to. If Seattle can't be able to throw the ball as much, they're going to try to exploit our run defense, man.
This is true.
And we definitely got to be able to we got to be able to stop the running game. And don't try to pressure too much on Wilson, man. Try to get him to where you can sack him and he doesn't run out of the pocket and gets those chunk of yards. That's the one thing I don't want to see happen. And if we can contain him and keep him away from running those big plays, then we'll be okay. But if you're going to make this guy scramble for a chunk of yards and get those first downs and keep on moving the drives, that's going to piss me off, man. I just don't want to see that happening. Because knowing Russell Wilson, man, that guy can escape out of the pocket and get those chunk of plays with his legs.
You can.
But if you give him some time, he can find that. He can throw it to Tyler Lockett or maybe throw it to DK if he has to.
Whoa. Seattle has 7 first downs in the whole game.
Yeah. If we can stop Cooks, then we can stop the Seahawks run game. Hopefully we could. I mean, we did stop Dalvin Cook a bit, but didn't we give up a couple chunk plays from Dalvin Cook? So it's like, hopefully we can stop Alex Collins. I think that's their current starting running back because Chris Carson's on injured reserve.
Washington is dominating the time of possession. 33 minutes to 16.
Oh, damn. Yeah, Seattle is losing right now. Don't get too ahead of ourselves, Niner Empire. We have to at least but that was because he was injured too. I'm pretty sure he would have got more yards out of it if he wasn't injured. But then we did stop James Robinson also. We limited him to less than 30 yards. So we definitely got to limit the running game a bit. Russell's going to give us some problems.
Isn't Seattle missing like 2 or 3 running backs right now? I mean, Chris Carson, he's gone.
He's been in and out all the time.
What about that guy from last year, Homer?
Yeah, he's been ruled out. And then they got this DJ Dallas guy, and Rashad Penny's been kind of, I don't know where he's been. Like, I haven't heard from that
That's a
guy
name
since.
I'm not even seeing him on this list at all.
The running back groups are kind of like questionable a bit if you think about it. When healthy, Chris Carson's a really good running back. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like Chris Carson is a really good running back when healthy, but he's just never been able to stay healthy.
Oh,
Like you can't disagree on that fact, right? When Chris Carson's healthy, he's a really good running back for them.
yes, he is. Guess who has a pick?
Russell Wilson?
Jamal Adams.
Well, he got 2 picks?
He actually has an interception. No, just one.
Oh, okay. He had the one earlier.
But it's like
Him and
you
Jimmy
know.
Ward can't even get interceptions. Is Russell going to deliver a gift to Jimmy Ward so he can get those picks?
Hope so. Well,
Knowing the way he throws the ball, his finger, it can be an issue right there.
well, you know what? When you're throwing the football, your middle finger's the last thing that touches it. It's kind of the touch.
Yep,
And
it's the
you know
touch of
his
the
middle
ball.
finger not being right. That's 100% affecting him.
Or you think he's just throwing the ball with the other finger? Who knows? Well, if you see, I guess with Elijah Mitchell, it wouldn't quite affect it. He just only needed to miss one game only. He doesn't throw the ball; he just has to hold it. I guess there's a difference between playing quarterback and running back. If you have a fractured finger, you can still play through it. You just have to give it maybe another week or two to heal up quickly.
Dang, Washington's eating the clock. They've used over about 4 minutes on this drive so far, and they've only gone 37 yards.
Yeah, I'll be right back quickly. I gotta go check up something fast. I got you, man. Keep the update.
All right. Yep, I'm hoping that we can contain Russell Wilson. That guy has been a thorn in my side, a pimple on my. Okay, I'm not going to say that on YouTube. Man, Pete Carroll looking to get himself fired this year.
I'm back.
Hey, Corey.
Good.
See, CG had to go check something out.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, the game's still going with still 17-9. Washington got the ball. 4:35 minutes, 4 minutes and 33 in the fourth quarter.
Ooh, they in field goal range?
Let me see. I can't tell yet. They haven't shown me the whole field.
I mean, they got a young kicker, so if they're inside the 30.
And then you remember, I don't know if the kicker is he back? He's playing. So they might not even can't kick the field goal. They might have to.
Might have to go for it, huh?
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, they in field goal range, so they on the 20 on 20. Oh, they got something happened. Flag. delay a game. Oh man.
Washington, don't screw yourself. Come on.
What I miss, buddy?
Washington's down on 25 down, they're gonna be pushed back to 30th.
Oh, so the Washington's down now?
No, they're at the Seattle 30.
Oh, they're moving the ball.
A little bit over 4 minutes left.
Oh, shoot. Man.
And
This
Corey
game was
Ward's
pretty much
saying
like
the kicker might be hurt, so they might not have a field goal kicker.
they might have to they might have to convert on fourth down then, or at least just punt the ball. But then they do need to convert those extra. They'll probably have to have their punter kick it or something. Remember how we had Mitch Sanowski kick the field goal when Robbie Gold missed the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, they might have to have that. Well, right now we'll see because it's fourth down and the guy got hurt.
That's actually that's something I'm surprised about. I mean, you have a kicker and a punter, and this has always baffled me on why the guy can't do both jobs.
Well, for other reasons, like for kickers, it's got to do with their kick mileage or something. Like for punters, they definitely do kick longer distance, but for field goal kickers, they got to have enough to kick the post or something. So I know it's kind of tough, but for most punters, they tend to kick some kickoffs too.
Yep.
If you need to kick it towards the end zone, they can be those kind of kickers that do it. But for field goal kickers, they kick it straight up to the distance, but it depends on how good their leg is. Have you noticed that the Cowboys kicker sucks now?
Mm-hmm.
And then that Packers kicker is trash, bro. I don't know why he's even still on the Packers roster. He's been holding that team back. They need to cut him already.
Minnesota's kicker too missed that field goal against the Cardinals.
But that Packers kicker needs to go. I mean, come on, man. You can go pick up another kicker. Oh, did you know that Washington football got that kicker Joey Sly?
Yep.
Remember that guy we just signed a while ago just to take in for Robbie Gold when he was injured?
That's right.
Is he injured? Was that kicker injured?
Yep.
Holy shit!
But I don't know.
He was on a roster like almost a month ago. Oh shit! Hey, but he's getting a job out there.
What's going on, Corey, with the game?
It's on commercial right now. They had an injured receiver. Washington's football team had an injured receiver, so they call a timeout. Right now, they're a commercial.
Hey, can you name any other kicker that became an MVP? Not even one, just the Washington football kicker did.
Mm-hmm. Okay, they still dealing with the injury.
Looks like
they're still dealing with the injury. They back, but they'll have to cart the guy off the field. They call it in for the cart.
Are they going to kick the field goal or are they going to punt?
I don't know, Ray. Calling in for a cart to get the guy off the field. The injured player on the shot field. How did you do offense forfeited? So they must on guy kicking because Heineke's still standing on the field.
I got Northcam this week. Northcam's going to be my guest this week.
Mm.
So Seattle's got us next, the Texans, the Rams, the Bears, the Lions. Hey, the Lions might actually win a game. And then the Cardinals.
Lions haven't won yet, have they?
No.
They only tied. I would think maybe that would be a win for them over the Steelers.
They missed a field goal in that tie too. They could have won it. That was like, I bet Don Burr was having a heart attack.
Where's Don Burr been at, man? He has been nowhere to be found.
Well, I think he stops in on Rumbo, but that's the only place he goes.
That's where nobody bans him.
I used to go on Rumbo just to talk shit to the guy before the season.
But you notice that he goes on other team streams too. I heard him trash on Cowboys streams and Bears and Packers streams. So maybe he's still around there.
They had to go for it. 4th and 4. Got it. First down.
Oh
boy.
So they don't have a field goal kicker.
You know, if they're going for it, then that means that they don't have a kicker.
Yep.
Yeah, it could be that, or just they don't, or they could just be aggressive.
Yep.
So they don't even have no confidence in their kicker, huh?
Well, he got hurt.
Yeah, but they don't have another kicker to kick it, huh? They'll probably have to go. They'll probably have to have somebody that's emergency, like maybe one of their other players, maybe their punter would kick it.
Dang, 1st and goal, huh?
Yep, 1st and goal.
So Washington's about to pull it off? What?
Yep.
If they score, that's it. No matter what, you know. Even Russell Wilson with his cape and super suit can't make this happen.
And what's left on the clock?
2:40.
Oh, that's a wrap.
I bet Pete Carroll's chewing that gum mighty hard right now.
That gum must be awful if he's chewing it pretty hard.
What if?
I'm guessing Washington's getting close to the end zone by a yard, right?
They don't like some. They show the playoff stuff right now. Showing how close we are to the playoffs.
We moved to the 6th seed.
Yeah.
All we need is the Rams to lose again, and we just got to beat Seattle, and we should be more closer to the seed.
He's running, slide. 3rd and goal.
At what yard?
Look like they might put him like at the 5-yard line. He starts sliding at the 5.
They should be able to kick. They would have a chance to kick a field goal at least. If that person can't kick it, then they must not be good for. I remember we tried Wisnowski at that position one time, and he couldn't even kick it.
Yeah, but
like, who puts Wisnowski out there if he can't kick a field goal?
right now they just showing us announcers. Okay, let's get back to the game. 3rd and goal. 2-something minutes left. Heineke lines up. He's under the center. He gets the ball. He hands off to the running back. The running back, the running back's still running. Got pushed out the bound. Only for a 1-yard gain. So now it's 4th and goal.
At the 4-yard line. Damn.
Mhm.
So they'll probably either convert it or just kick it. Even at this
But
distance, they
now
should be able to make it.
they still have Arden Key out there. Let's see.
They're going to convert it.
He going for it.
Well, they have no kicker, I guess, so they have to go for it.
Mhm. He's in shotgun. He hiked the ball. He running. Somebody called a timeout again for something. Because the referee stopped the game, stopped the play.
Did Seattle call a timeout? Because that's what probably ruined it.
I'm trying to see what's going on. Why? Damn, timeout. Washington called timeout.
Damn, Washington.
Yeah,
Oh, they was gonna get if they didn't call timeout, he was gonna get a delay game.
Oh, yeah, the delayed game, I guess. But either way, Washington's already in position to already clinch it, but they don't have a
Yeah.
kicker to kick this game.
I mean,
Now they
you
just
know,
have
a couple kickers have been hurt over the course of the season. I mean, this should tell NFL teams that you got to have someone else practice at least.
they should consider maybe like 2 kickers in case something happens.
You know, just have like an emergency kicker, like there's an like Juice is our
It looked like
emergency quarterback.
Touchdown.
Touchdown! Woo!
Who scored? Anakin?
He threw it to receiver Thomas. Let me see.
Oh, Logan Thomas. Oh, wow. So this game's a wrap.
Yeah, Thomas. I don't know his first name.
This game's over for Seattle then. The question is, are they going to just go for the 2-point conversion, or are they just going to kick the extra point?
Right now, it got to be looking like he held on to it when the ball hit the ground, though. But was he in control of it when the ball hit the ground?
So it could be a complete pass there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Seattle's catching a lucky break, I guess, but they still got time to tie this game.
Man, I think it's a complete pass.
So it's incomplete then, huh?
I think so, because the ball kind of bounced when it hit the ground.
So we don't know what. So we don't know what is a catch in today's football.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, Seattle's at the 4-yard line, so they're probably going to have to move it up 96 yards to tie this game. So Seattle might have just saved themselves with just 4 yards back. 4 yards.
They still looking at his replay.
Wouldn't it be kind of funny if they just didn't overturn that play? And the rest would just be like, oh, shoot. We can't screw up a call.
Like they did in our game where that guy caught that ball.
So it's probably incomplete because he had no control. If he had no control of the ball, more than likely they're gonna overturn it.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you said, if the ball moves, it's gonna equals incomplete. It has to stay in the process without moving.
They still looking at it. Taking a long time.
Well, they're probably gonna overturn it. Like you said, if the ball moved a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Like more than likely they're gonna overturn it because it's got to do with the moving part. If the ball moves, they're gonna overturn it. But if it's just a little tiny tap,
CD.
What?
But you know what they did with number 19 on Vikings? He caught that ball, but they overturned it.
They did, huh? He's kind of been he was the one with the 2 touchdowns. We made that guy look like a freaking superstar out there.
Was that
He
Justin
played.
Jefferson?
No, Adam Thielen,
Oh,
I'm thinking, yeah.
number 19. That was another good receiver. I wonder when he's ever going to test the free agent market. Maybe we can sign him just for veteran reasons.
Incomplete pass.
Yep,
So now
they're going to
Seattle got
overturn
the
it.
ball.
They will overturn it because of the ball control. It's got to do with the ball. Like, it's got to maintain throughout the end of the process. And if the ball moves, it's incomplete. That's just part of the rules. Well, who
I
does
hope
Seattle have
that-
at run? Seattle just doesn't have. They don't have a running game like they did right now. But the only running game they can get out of it is Russell Wilson.
I'm hoping Russell Wilson play like he played now. He can't complete a pass out to receivers. He goes throwing the receivers underthrown.
So who's got? So they got the ball or no?
Yeah, Seattle got the ball. They just first down.
well, Russell Wilson has that surgically repaired finger. I mean, once you have surgery on something, it's not just 3 weeks later, yeah, I'm good to go. That's not how it works.
Well,
I mean,
for him to move for him to throw the ball.
4 to 8 weeks to actually recover from.
Yeah. The difference between Mitchell and Russell Wilson are really different positions. Like, of course, Russell's going to have to put pressure on that finger to throw it. So it's like, it's going to hurt. It's not going to be the same. But with Elijah Mitchell, all you got to do is just put something to cover that, cover it with like a little plastic thing that he doesn't feel the pain with,
Yeah,
So
I saw Terry Bradshaw say the middle finger when I was throwing the ball is what is what gives it the touch. I was like, huh. I thought back to the days when I was throwing the football around. I'm like, well, I was touching it with my middle finger last, but yeah, he said that straight up when he's throwing the football. The middle finger is the last finger to touch it.
Yeah, because it's on the tip. It's on the tip of the ball. Like when you throw it, it's the last one from there on, and that's where you put the pressure at too. So it's like,
I mean, if it's not bending right, if it has nerve damage, either one of those are going to hamper him.
Well, the good thing with Elijah Mitchell is he's got something to protect that finger. All he has to do is just secure the ball, and his finger hasn't been, like he said, he felt a little bit of pain, but not as bad,
Mm-hmm.
I think he did pretty good yesterday's game.
I think the way he played, man, it kind of seemed like we forgot about it. We forgot about his fractured finger.
Yep.
Did we ever thought that he had a fractured finger?
Nope.
He didn't even look like he had one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've noticed that he had like something. Like I noticed that he had something on his finger, but it didn't seem like an issue.
Probably had gloves on, and I bet he had something wrapped around that finger just in case it started bleeding a little bit.
No, he said he had something to cover that, like some type of plastic thing that protected it.
Oh wow!
And he said that he only felt a little bit of pain, but that was it. Nothing big.
Well, here we're talking about football players and fingers. You guys know the Ronnie Lott story, right?
Yep.
Yeah, amputated his finger, the tip.
Yep.
Yeah, he cut off the tip of his pinky because he didn't want to miss any games.
Yep.
That's crazy, man. You're not gonna see that in today's football like that, man.
No way. Ronnie
I ain't
Lott's
gonna ever cut my fingers. Hell no.
Mm.
Look at Jason. Look at Jason Pierre-Paul. The dumbest thing he ever did was on a 4th of July, and he lost some tips. He lost some fingers of himself, man.
Yep.
How can you live with that, man? That's the one thing I don't understand. How can you live with that, man? You should have learned not to do that.
Playing with fireworks?
Yeah. And
of course.
he lost some fingers in the process, man. I can never understand that part, man. And plus, he was a good player too. He was a really good player.
He's on the Tampa Bay squad, doing pretty good.
He's not doing too bad. But I mean, he's not doing too bad, even though I've seen what the finger looks like. Oh my god, it's ugly.
Man, 35 now, fourth down. Oh,
But
flag on.
the thing with Elijah Mitchell is he has like something to protect it, and it doesn't require him to throw the ball. It's just him just catching it. That's it, or catching it, or just either running the ball. And I've kind of thought, man, it doesn't look like he has any injury on the finger, but they probably had to put something to protect it.
Oh, man.
They got
called
the first
pass
down?
interference. Yeah,
Oh.
because he called a pass
Oh.
interference.
On Washington, God. We better not do that with Josh Norman. Josh Norman might give us some dumb penalties. I'm kind of concerned that if we play Seattle, I'm hoping Norman doesn't cost us the game, man.
Yeah.
Because you know damn well he could just make some stupid penalty at the end of the day. He gives us, like, he'll average a pass interference every game.
Come on,
He
get
could
him.
just put it as a game. Yeah.
Boom. Sacked him. So now they back at him.
Oh boy.
Man, so Russell got sacked?
Yep. Why nobody calling timeout? Why Seattle ain't calling no timeout?
They should have not even bothered with a damn timeout for. Wait, Russell got sacked?
Yep. 117 clicking. They on like 42.
So Seattle's moving the ball down the field.
Yep.
Well, but the thing is they have to score the touchdown and get the 2-point conversion too.
Yep.
Oh, so Washington's up by 8. Okay, I get it now. Yeah, it's 17 to 9. Yeah, that's going to be tough. But they definitely got it converted, so it would be kind of like some crazy miracle if Russell does pull off a tie game and it goes into overtime. And then somehow you see the miracle of Russell for some reason, but it ain't going to happen. He has to really move the ball down the field and score really quick. And he's got a chance to at least make it like 5 plays, and then he can move it towards the end zone.
Come on.
All it takes is one big play, and it puts you in good position. Come on, Washington. Come on, Washington. Get that sack. Get them INTs or something, man. Get interception.
Yep.
From WrestleMania. We don't want to see this WrestleMania guy coming back. We don't want to see Mr. Comeback. We don't. No, I don't want him to throw interception. I want to win the fantasy football, but I want to at least have him not win the game.
Whoa.
Maybe just.
Oh, yeah.
What happened?
Incomplete pass.
And what down is it?
It's 2nd and 10.
All right, he's got time. He just needs 2 more downs, and then he should be all right. Man, so I'm gonna have to be moving to a different construction site after this contract.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, one of the companies told me that I'm on, like, this contract will end at the 6th, and then I'll be at another site. So probably going to be.
You never know. You might get blessed with better reception.
Probably so. Hopefully. There's just been a lot of issues down there.
36.
They already finished the dentist office. They already got it all built up, so it's just a matter of time of open. They got to get all the sidewalks and all the other stuff built up. They got pretty much everything they need. Yeah, looks like they got the office building started. And they got all the dentist office all built up pretty good. Seattle got a touchdown?
Yep. They got wide open. I mean, wide open.
Who they throw it to, Metcalf?
No, it wasn't Metcalf. Who was it? Let me see. He's
Gotta be
18.
Metcalf.
18.
Oh, number 18. I forget his name. That one dude from Florida they just drafted. I forget his name.
Swan.
Freddie Swain?
Swain. Swain.
Yeah, Swain. Freddie Swain. There you go. The one dude they drafted from Florida.
All right, they're going for two. They got to go for two now.
2 points now.
I hope they don't get it, but we'll wait.
Let's see. They line it up. Come on, come on. Come on, come on.
I'm scared that we might have to play better in this matchup, man. Shit.
Intercepted. Yeah. They didn't get
Intercepted?
Yeah.
They have to do the onside kick now. Holy shit. Hey, but what a game. They're going to have to kick an onside kick then.
What do they call it? Right? It's intercepted, right? Right.
Yeah, they intercepted, so that means it's the conversion failed.
Yep.
How much
So they're
time
gonna have
is left?
Man, Russell threw the wrong way.
How much time they got left from what David is asking?
Let's see. They haven't showed the time yet.
So the game's going down as
15 seconds left.
50 seconds left?
15.
Oh, 15 seconds. Oh, Seattle has to definitely do an onside kick and recover it and make one more big play and then kick a field goal. That's what they need.
Or the Hail Mary, but can Russell Wilson actually throw it that far with his finger?
I think he did on this play.
Onside kicked it. Oh.
Yeah, they have to onside kick it.
Recovered. Yeah,
Seattle recover?
Onside kick. So
Seattle recover?
Yep. So all they need now
is one big play.
One good play in the field goal.
And they got timeouts, right? Oh, this could be the game.
3 timeouts.
But they only got 15 seconds.
Yep.
What is it, 50 seconds or 15 seconds?
Okay, the referees are talking about it. Let's see. Did he have it? Let's see. Did he go over 10 yards when he recovered it? No, it touched the player, so they don't have to.
So they might just say that it was a legal touch then, huh?
Did that ball hit that player? Oh boy, I can't see what they're saying. A flag on the play.
So they might call it illegal. They're going to say that illegal touching by Seattle
because it has to pass 10 yards, and it didn't pass 10 yards. I guess if they're going to throw a flag there, it's considered illegal touching.
Man, I can't hear when it's out because I don't have my sound on, so I can't see what they call it.
It's got to be the 10-yard pass because as soon as you pass 10 yards, you can really recover the football after those 10 yards.
Pete Carroll's mad, so they must have returned it.
Yeah,
so Pete Carroll
if the ball didn't pass 10 yards, it's considered a legal touch. Yep. Oh, Washington's gonna, but then Seattle's got 3 timeouts, right? Oh, wait a minute. They can't, even if they throw a timeout, it's pointless.
He might. Yeah, this is Pete Carroll. He probably will.
See what they call. What they got? What we got? Come on, show me what we got.
Pete Carroll will be lucky to hold it, man. Like I think Washington's just going to kill the clock. They're not even worried about this play, man. They're just going to run the clock down.
Okay. They lining up again. They have to do it, re-kick it again.
Ooh, I thought it was considered a penalty, so you can't really they would have to give it
But
to the
they marked
receiver.
5 yards back.
Ooh.
But I don't know what. Who got it? Redskins? I mean, not Redskins. Washington.
Yeah, I still call them
Washington got it. Washington got it this time.
So they're gonna win. It's a wrap.
Yep.
It's a wrap like Taco Bell. No, I'm just playing.
Oh man, yeah, I was mad now. They lost again.
Yeah, where's Butters? I don't know where the hell Butters is at. Haven't seen him around, dude. Yeah, I guess Rogers owns the Bears for so many times. You can make an argument that he owns the Bears and the freaking Lions.
Game over with.
And he's on the Raiders. Yeah. That's funny. So game's over. Oh, so Washington wins?
Yep.
Oh, that's
now,
cool. I mean,
now Seattle falls down to 3-8.
well, it's going to be hard for Seattle to even make the playoffs now because the 7th seed is not a guarantee for them now. They have to win out, and they got to get a lot of help for this one. So you can forget about playoffs for Seattle.
Yep.
Well, for us, we're holding our own destiny. We can at least get to we can at least stay at the 5th seed. If we can stay at the 5th and 6th seed or 7th seed, we'd be okay. We'd be in good position. We just have to win out. The one game that kind of seems concerning for me is the Bengals. I think the Bengals are like the one that concerns me. The rest of the games, okay, Tennessee, I don't know which team's going to show up. So it kind of doesn't worry me.
I'm surprised. They lost to, who they play yesterday?
Oh, Tennessee lost to, wait, they just lost to the Patriots.
Yep.
They lost to New England, but like I'm saying, like at first I was worried about playing them, but in some ways I don't feel as worried like as I was, you know, like I look at the schedule. The one that kind of concerns me now is the Bengals. The Bengals are the Bengals are like the only toughest schedule we got. The Falcons, I don't know. The Falcons to me are kind of like I don't know what to expect out of them. The Seahawks, they tend to have our number, but maybe they may not worry as they used to. You know, they kind of feel like a fall apart team. And then you got the Rams, who we already own. You know, the Rams are always a team we always tend to own a lot. So I don't know. The Texans to me are like a rebuilding squad. So they're like nothing more than just I guess you could say a doormat. Like Texans are a doormat. Let's see. There's quite a few other teams. All right, I'll let them know what you say, man. I don't know. Maybe it's a troll. I don't know. Seattle season's over, pretty much. But you know they're going to be spoilers, man. They're going to play spoilers on us, bro. So we can't sleep on it. So the Bengals is going to be like the tougher one. We got the Bengals coming up after that, so that's going to be a tough one. The Rams, I know for a second time they're going to want to play us hard.
Yeah.
You guys don't own us, bro. Get the hell out of that shit, dude. Okay, dude, you just pretty much made it look stupid with that shit, bro. You don't own us. Okay, that was stupid. You don't own the Niners, bro. You don't own us. Are we talking 3 playoff games? We own you guys. No, you guys don't own us. Get the hell out, bro. You're out. Get out of here.
Who's that?
He's stupid. Did he just say that, bro? That to me was a dumb shit. How can you own my team and we beat you guys in the playoffs consecutive years? You only beat us because we were at our worst, bro. If you beat us at our best, if you played our best, then okay. But you guys don't own us, bro. You don't own us.
Who's the team?
Oh, so they've been eliminated from playoff contention, but they will be spoilers. They can be spoilers. They may not make the playoffs, but they can definitely be spoilers. Shit, man. Any more dumb shit, you get freaking timed out or removed. I don't care.
Yep.
Come on, man. You got to know better. You got to know your shit, man. Plus, we didn't even play our best football against Green Bay, so I'm pretty sure when we play Green Bay at our best, man, they're not going to want to play us. A lot of Green Bay fans even tell me they're scared of us. So that guy must be smoking really good crack.
Is the
So
same
Seattle,
guy that, John Jay was talking about?
yeah, I don't
well,
know. I don't think that's him. I think that's another guy.
I saw that Rogers owns the Bears on Mr. YTC stream too, trolling Butters.
I think that's not the other guy. I think it's the other person. I think that's the troll, like those other trolls.
Well, there was someone that was coming up with all kinds of that was trolling Butters hard the other night, like Butters' girlfriend. That's just an example of what they were coming up with, and it was like we don't know who was doing it, but it was friggin' hilarious.
Man, dude, everybody likes to mess with poor Butters, man. I don't know. I feel like everybody gives this guy too much hard time, man. Leave the guy alone for once. So Seattle's been considered eliminated, huh? Wow.
That's kind of crazy because I thought 9-8 had a possibility of making the playoffs, but
Well, they have to win out, and they had to have help.
I mean, when it comes to us, I think we win 4 games. We definitely win the play. We definitely in. Would rather win, out, but
Well, for Seattle, they have to win out Pride, man. So they're gonna have to play for Pride now and forget about playoffs. They got to win out in order to make it. So they got to get all the help they need, or else it doesn't matter.
I mean, at this point, if they plan on keeping Russell Wilson, they should just completely stop playing him, send him in, figure out what's wrong with the finger, and get it fixed now. But
At this point in the season, it's pretty meaningless. Might as well just play your backup and give him some reps. When it's a meaningless season, bro, and you're not going to go nowhere, let Russell Wilson get his shit fixed.
Exactly.
And then just let Geno Smith build up some experience. Let him get some more reps. Let the kid play, see what he gets. I mean, he wasn't too bad. He just wasn't good, He's not that great. He's just okay.
I'm halfway tempted to say that Pete Carroll's done. I mean,
at this point of his career, man, he's already kind of getting up in age. The guy's already he's lost a step a little bit, if I had to be honest.
What up?
What up, man? I guess Seattle season's pretty much a wrap for them now.
Yeah, they're too far away. Like the Saints still have a chance. The Panthers, the Giants still have a chance. So,
Well, here's the one thing that I'm more concerned about when we play Seattle. They're going to probably play with pride and spoils, so we got to take them serious on this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This game's not pretty much a gimme, man. It's pretty much a tough one because I know for damn sure, despite their season not being a sure thing to make the playoffs, they're going to play for something.
Well, like the first game against the Seahawks, Jimmy, messed up his calf. What if he didn't mess up his calf? What could have been? So and then special teams they really killed us because Robbie Gold, before the game, suffered a hamstring, and then Wisnowski missed an extra point or missed a field goal, and then the returner fumbled the football. And we only lost by 7 points. So
I think this time around we're going to play better, but Russell's not even fully at 100% healthy, so this could be the only.
He can't throw the football. I think that they just, rushed him back in.
Now that's going to be a setback to where, the difference with Russell. I know a lot of different fans are going to say, well, if your running back's playing with a fractured finger, then why is there should be no problem with Russell? Well, there's a difference. Russell has to throw the ball. and Elijah just has to hold on to the ball, and he has something to protect that finger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Plus, like the Niners defense in the first half, we're sacking them. Quarterback hits. We're stuffing them. But then again, like those turnovers. As long as we have no turnovers, we run the football. And just control the clock. The Niners could win. But
I think with the fact that we're gonna have to create some turnovers on Seattle, dude. I feel like with the opportunities, I think the offensive line is a weakness of them. It's always been a concern for them. So I think with Nick Bosa, you're gonna get 2 or 3 sacks out of this matchup. Maybe with Arden Key, would probably get probably get 2 sacks out of this one.
I know, like Azeez Al-Shaair intercepted Kirk Cousins, so he has to step up because we don't have Fred Warner, and we're not going to have Debo, so we don't have those 2 guys.
So the one guy that has to, I know this may sound like a weird thing to expect from, but out of all the receivers, I expect Ayuk to be the main factor. He's going to probably be the one guy they're going to have to focus on covering. Mm-hmm. But if it had to be outside of Ayuk, I want to see more of Jennings become a big part of this offense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
So there's no word on Mohamed Sanu playing. I don't know when he's going to return.
Yeah.
Is he like on long-term IR or is he just like on short-term?
I don't know.
Because he was placed on IR, but using in the IR that I've looked at, there's a short-term IR where they could return within a few weeks, and then there's one that just pretty much their season's over, or they can give them a 6 weeks time to recover.
So the IR rules, they changed it. Basically, a player can go on IR for 6 weeks, and it doesn't go with the practice squad or the active roster. So, like I said, the season's almost over. There's only 6 weeks left, so they're going to finish up on IR. So it doesn't really matter. But short-term IR used to be like a player can only stay on IR for 2 weeks, and then you have to cut them. But with the new rule, teams are very glad that now they can keep players longer that don't affect the practice squad or the active roster. That's why we kept Jawan Jennings for 6 weeks before we cut him.
You think we're keeping Jennings and we're going to cut him? No.
We had Jawan No, wait. Hold on.
Jalen
Hurd. My bad. We had Jalen Hurd there for 6 weeks. Once he got off the IR, he was probably still hurt, but you could not put him on a practice squad, and you can't put him back on IR, so they had to cut him. That's what I meant. My bad.
So you think there's a good chance they'll bring him back after the offseason, or you think they're pretty much done with him?
Let's see. I don't know.
Probably bring him back.
Yeah.
Probably like a future contract they will, because at this point he's not really hurting the team for next year. So it's like,
well, like Jawan Jennings is stepping up, so that's good. So we don't really need him, but but we'll see what happens because we also have Funches on the practice squad. So
I don't know if he's even gonna. I don't even know if he's gonna even get promoted, bro. Because just because you pick him off the practice squad doesn't mean he's gonna be added right away.
Yeah. Also, another team can pick him up. That's the thing about Steve White explained the practice squad.
Yeah, because
practice squad
just because you're on the practice squad doesn't mean you're safe on that team. They can get pick up from other teams right now.
Yes. So basically, it's like this: practice squad roster is $65,000, but you can go up to $100,000 with the practice squad money. So, for example, if Mohamed Sanu is on the practice squad and somebody says, "Hey, we'll give you $70,000," so basically now they're signed. So I did not know that. I thought when you're on the practice squad, you're on the practice squad, but basically, if a team outbids you between $65,000 and $100,000, so that's basically how the practice squad works.
Oh no! Like when they do the bidding part, they add you to like. Here's how the practice squad rules work. Like for the other teams, if they want to get that person onto their active roster, they could just call in that player and say, "Hey, we'll move you up to the active roster." And if the other team isn't going to move him to the active roster, then he's pretty much going to leave the practice squad and go to another team.
Yep.
Just like Devin Funches. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we will. Maybe we might promote him because I think at this point we're probably going to need him.
Mhm.
Especially with Juwan Jennings, and especially with Funches, he's a little bit faster than Jennings, so he might be a nice piece to have in our offense.
Mhm. Well,
6'4", 225 pounds. Like you definitely want to use him for that red zone situation too.
yeah. All right. I want to hop on.
But we got Travis Benjamin. But we do got Travis Benjamin. I forgot about that guy.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
I forgot he was even on the team still.
I know. Me too. I thought he was gone.
He's wearing number 17.
I know. Anyway, whatever. Hey, but it showed you how Kyle, like, because he worked with Travis Benjamin. Because I didn't know he was. Oh, I didn't know he was with the Cleveland team when.
Yeah,
Kyle
he excelled in Cleveland under Kyle Shanahan.
Anyway, all right. I want to hop on here for a little bit. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right, man. I'm thinking they're probably going to throw in Travis Benjamin more on those plays now.
Yeah. Well, right now, like I said, the Niners have to just focus on Seattle, and then hopefully we beat Seattle, and then we have to really, really focus on Cincinnati.
Cincinnati's going to be a tougher one, so I got to get there.
Who would have thought that the Niners were going to be underdogs against the Bengals when the schedule came out?
It would have been the other way around if I had to be honest.
Yeah, man, this NFL season is so whack. I agree with Giants Nation. A lot of the primetime games have either been boring, decent, or like trash. Yeah.
Like that one game where we play the Rams. That Monday Night Football was pretty much like a wrap.
Yeah. But it's so funny that we still own the Rams, no matter how good or bad we are.
Just like Seattle does.
Yeah. Anyway. All right, guys. You guys have a good night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Okay.
Right, go Niners.
Go Niners.
Go Niners, man. I'm probably gonna end the stream right now. All right, David, take it easy, bro.
I'm reading this article on Dre Greenlaw, and it says that he re-aggravated his injury and he's day to day. It also says that Marcel Harris has been placed into concussion
Injured
protocol.
reserve? Oh, concussion. Okay, so we got what's his name, Demetrius Flanagan-Foles. And then we got one of the guys on our practice squad, Tyrell Adams. I think we might move him up to the active roster.
We might be better off putting Ebucom back at linebacker.
At this point, we might as well. And I don't know, isn't Maurice Hurst supposed to return this week?
He is supposed to return this game against Seattle. So
we should be pretty stacked at that position. So then we got the guy from the Texans, so he should be giving us some good depth there. So I think Ebicom would be a nice piece to put at the Sam spot or something.
Yeah, I mean, we might not have much of a choice if none of these guys can go.
And plus, he hasn't been much of a factor as a pass rusher. Like, I mean, there's been a couple pressures here and there, but he hasn't really produced. Like, he's only got one sack. I mean, I feel confident with Jordan Willis and Arden Key playing those spots, man. I mean, can't go wrong with them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like our defensive end depth. I mean, our interior, our
David
interior
Gibbons is raw. Yeah, David Gibbons is a solid run stopper.
Yep.
I mean, Zach Kerr's all right. He's a big body guy. He's not flashy.
DJ Jones has done okay, but he doesn't seem like he's playing up to the level he did the last couple of years.
Yeah, he's a solid guy. Armstead, you just keep him inside and you'll be okay. I don't like him at the end spot, man. He just doesn't really stop the run as good, or he's not that effective. Just keep Armstead away from the DN spot at least.
Yeah, Ought to be an interesting game coming up. We got to win it though.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get a linebacker promoted off our practice squad since it's injuries at linebacker. We got this guy Tyrell Adams. I'm looking him up. He had one full season with Houston where he had 100 tackles at least, so he wasn't that bad.
Oh wow.
Yeah, look him up, Tyrell Adams. I think he's on our practice squad. And then Debo being out, my gut feeling is we'll either add in Devin. I think that's the only reason why we signed Devin Funches, for the depth reasons. And he doesn't hurt our active roster situation. We can just promote him, and then after the game, we could just move him back to the practice squad.
Yep.
So he's kind of like a bargain, but if we can get him for this situation, then go for it.
Well, at least we still have Kittle and Ayak, though, right?
Yeah. But for Devin Funches, he is a big body, just has never been staying healthy for the last couple of years. Or else he's a good receiver. All right, man. I'm going to just end the stream.
All right, bro.
All right, take it easy, man. Go Niners. Hell yeah. All right, take it easy, bro.
You too.